without any further delay, I'd like to invite him to deliver his talk. Thank you very much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dr. Yasad, for helping the preparation, Dr. Mustafa, for initiating the idea to make it a more formal talk, and professors, colleagues, thank you for coming to this. Earlier on, I would say just a very basic sharing session, and that's actually my intention of the presentation. So Alhamdulillah, quite recently on 28 November, I went to Jordan to enter to Palestine, and my focus of the sharing is the experience in Palestine itself. So the Jordan story, if the head want to listen to that series, inshallah in the other episode. So now, I will start by going straight to these questions. Has it ever crossed to our mind or your mind about visiting Al-Aqsa?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, if that's the answer. Let me share, because my talk is pre-perception and post-perception visit. When I came back here, it takes about, up until now, I'm still digesting all the things I've seen there. Last week, supposedly to be the talk to be held, but Alhamdulillah, the delay gave me some room to do a lot of thinking, processing, and up until now, even visiting this question personally, I struggle to understand why I'm there. Because I never have that thinking that I will be there, and never crossed to my mind to be there. And that to me is puzzling in many ways. After I talk to many people, I found at least there are 4 answers to this question. The first one, resounding yes, like Prof. Rokia. Yes, I want to go. I have made efforts to go. Qadar Allah, I still haven't been there. And for these people, let's make dua. Allah make it easy for them. Alright? The second answer to this is yes, but. Why but? Maybe you come across some opinion that says legally some fuqaha said it is haram to visit Al-Aqsa under the occupation of the Zionists. And that's one opinion. And that's a valid opinion. Nonetheless, realize that there are also the other opinion that would allow Muslims who could visit the Holy Land. I'm not into these 2 categories who would say yes before. And that's again, it's heartbreaking when I think about it. Right? And then the other 2 possible answers are another group who would say no. Why they say no? Maybe the first group say no because they are so intact with that fatwa, and that quote unquote give them the leeway, the excuse not to think about visiting Al-Aqsa. And I think I'm not into that category also. Right? Because I'm in between of the other 2 no's. Because the last no is those who totally ignorant about Al-Aqsa. Right? And I don't consider myself to be totally ignorant about Al-Aqsa. For what reason? For the following reason. 2001, Prof. Kamil Maidin Mira give me the book written by Imran Hussein, Jerusalem in the Quran and Sunnah. In that years, 2000-2002, I completed my master degree in UIA on gold dinar. I visited him for consultation for my master thesis. He said, "Nah, read this book." It was newly published back then. I read that book, and that's changed my paradigm altogether. I just think that the world is too close to Qiyamah. It's just a matter of when. After reading that first book, Jerusalem in the Quran, it's changed my perception about how important is Jerusalem, how important is the Holy Land, AL-AQSA. That's my excuse to say I'm not fallen into the last category who says no, total ignorance, because I've read book on this. I have also studied, sit in class to discuss about signs of the doomsday, signs of Qiyamah, and you cannot run away from coming to hadith about Yaumul Qiyamah, Dajjal, Isa al-Masih, Imam Mahdi, Bani Tamim, Armageddon War, what you want to say. It will take place in the Holy Land. Alright, so I know all those. And then the second book, written by Allah Yarham Professor Zakallah, Arif Zakallah, is about evangelist movement in the United States. I read the book. I published the review in IJMA. And when I spoken to Prof. Arif, I said, "Prof, did you read the book Jerusalem in the Quran? Because these two books complement in many ways about the Christian on that cross and the crescent. And you know, Jerusalem in the Quran is view of all the Abrahamic religion about doomsday and how central is Jerusalem is. And that book over there complement about evangelist movement in the United States, why they are so supportive, especially on the Republican side, to bring back Jews to Jerusalem. So that makes me wonder why it's never crossed my mind to come to AL-AQSA. I studied this, right? Now, another reason why I said I'm quite learned on this area before my visit, because I've learned to a lot of lecture series by Dr. Yasir Qadi. The Sirah series I've listened to all. And he once gave a few talks on AL-AQSA. He himself visited and brought people there. Alright? I listened to that series, Should Muslim Visit to AL-AQSA? I listened as someone who wants to know the fatwa. It's never registered to my mind again that I should go. Last night I listened again before standing here, just to, and that's when I listened for the second time. Now the understanding start to sink in. But the big puzzle why it's never crossed my mind remains. Just to add another thing, why I said I'm not ignorant about AL-AQSA. The last one, the last one? The Temple Institute. I subscribe to this YouTube channel. This is a Zionist Jew channel promoting, educating in particular the Jews all over the world about why they should return to Jerusalem, why they should maybe do endowment or in our term waqaf for that purpose. They call and they have weekly series. The rabbi would give talk. I subscribe to the channel. Occasionally I listen because I want to know what's the significant event have taken place, because they are looking forward for the return of to us the false Messiah. Alright? Now they are waiting for the slaughtering of the red heifer, right? And the menorah they already brought in. They are preparing for the event to build the Temple of Solomon. I watched that series. I subscribe. Okay, so this question, I would say I'm maybe in between of the two. The two knows. Right? I'm not that totally ignorant, but I still don't understand why I never think about going to Al-Aqsa when we read in Surah Al-Isra, verse number 1, Allah said, Subhanalladzi asra bi'abdihi laylan minal masjidil haram ilal masjidil aqsa minal masjidil aqsa alladzi barakna hawlahu linuriyahu min ayatina innahu huwas samiul basir. It's a mukjizat of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We get our 5-time daily prayers after Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam returned from Isra wa Mi'raj. It makes Al-Aqsa becoming holy, becoming a place for Muslim to think about visiting. Alright? There are hadith, few selections of hadith that you can find, but this is in Bukhari, so I select only one. The last point is important. When Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that we should not, put efforts except to visit except to these 3 mosques, Masjidil Haram, Masjidil Nabawi, and Masjidil Aqsa. And Prophet mentioned in this hadith when Jerusalem was still under the occupation of the Roman, because during his time, right, Roman was still under Jerusalem was still, the cities belonged to the Roman Empire. So he sallallahu alaihi wasallam told Muslim, think about going to these 3 places. Then when prophets mentioned that visiting Al-Aqsa is ibadah, and I don't understand why that's never registered to my mind. And that's why I'm so happy to stand here. At least, I can initiate the spark in your heart to have that intention. Don't be like me. Don't be like me, totally oblivious about this. Not about the issue, but about at least to have that intention. You may ask later, why on earth then I was there? I will tell the story after this. So this is the hadith, and then the mu'jizat of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is that Allah brought him, and this is a big mu'jizat. It's a test to the believers also, the mu'jizat of Isra wa Mi'raj. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam met Allah Ta'ala, right? And then he saw a lot of signs of Allah Ta'ala in the heavens. So that's he sallallahu alaihi wasallam traveled to Al-Aqsa, and from Al-Aqsa Mi'raj. So Al-Aqsa become the center point, Al-Haram, Al-Aqsa to the heaven. So it's so significant in that sense. It makes the place noble. Jibril was there with prophets, right? Jibril alaihi salam was there with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, and then prophets mentioned, and I think all of you realize this hadith, right? About the blessing of praying in Al-Aqsa. So Masjidil Haram you get 100,000 blessing, Masjidil Nabawi 1,000, and Al-Aqsa you get 500 blessings. 2 rakaat prayer there. So that's Al-Aqsa. Okay. This is, before I talk about this picture, not to show my face, but to show.
But you are so kacang, mashallah.
Okay, suka cakap.
No.
Somebody have said
Yeah.
to you.
Nasir kacang,
Okay. Alright. Now, when we talk about visiting Al-Aqsa, when I talk to people, in fact, when I came back here, I remember Dr. Saim asked me, Prof. Saim asked me, how many Jews you have killed? So, you know, and before I went, I just want to give you the perception before. So he could ask that question, maybe in his heart something, you know, about Muslims going there to perform jihad. And my mother, my wife, when before I went, they would say to maybe their friends, I told my wife, don't say that. Because you say, I will go there, jihad. I said, if my intention is to do jihad, and I'm not careful, I'm running back, and that's running off from doing jihad. I'm not going there for that. So I don't kill any Jews. Why I'm going there? I'm going there for the worship of Allah Ta'ala, because Prophet ﷺ told us to have and make the efforts, to make the efforts to go there and to experience the barakah of Al-Aqsa. That's number one. That to me personally become a bit secondary, because the reason I visited this out of my no answer, or no in the sense that I never thought about visiting, was my mother was the one who, may Allah rewards her for this, told me, please accompany me to visit Al-Aqsa. That's my asbab. And when she told me that, first she called me and said, I want to visit Al-Aqsa. I said, because I'm the wali in the family, I said, okay mom, son will not say no. I will never say no to my mother. I said, okay, go and Allah protect you. Because I never thought I should come. Okay, fine. She seems happy, she got her friends going. And then, few days then, he called me again. And she said she's worried, over there, how to set her handphone, all these small things to you become a big issue to her. She has nobody to accommodate. Yeah, she got friends, but not like son or daughter to help. And I said, your friends can help. Okay, then she hung up. The next day she called, I think you should come. She told me that. You know what's my answer? Give me time to do istikharah. I did istikharah that night. The next day, I don't have any clue. It's still clueless. And my mother pressured me that morning, WhatsApp. And I said, Mom, you go alone. That's my answer. You see, I'm telling you now how, it's beyond my control. Despite I don't have that intention. Okay? Then, what happened? I still feel the guilt was so heavy on my shoulder, because my mother asked me. The next day after that, I went to the department. I saw Dr. Ibrahim, Dr. Irwan was there sitting. And I joined them. I talked to them. And suddenly this topic was discussed about this. Dr. Ibrahim, I asked their opinion. Dr. Ibrahim said, you don't have to do istikharah. It's already wajib from the beginning.
Mak sungguh.
And Dr. Irwan also, supported that idea. And Sister Hazrani was doing this. I walked out from the department, called my mother straight. I told her, I'm in. So that's qadar of Allah Ta'ala. I don't know why I'm there, but that's the story. And up until now, I'm contemplating on that. Right? I'm contemplating on that. Because if people like me who knows but don't have that cross in his mind to visit, I don't know who will have that thought. I'm not like Prof. Rokia who got a clear intention. Right? If that never happened, I don't know what will happen to me.
But she never did istikharah.
You never know. Alright, that's a bit of, and then I talked to some, when I was there, I talked to some people, the sisters over there. Most of them are retired. Maybe they are prepared to die. Young people, maybe the cost also is quite expensive. Yeah, it's costing me about 7,500 ringgit. So now, one of the sisters that mentioned, again, this is before story. I will cut short of what's happened. She said this sister supposed to be with my mother from Kampung. She said she postponed 4 times to visit Al-Aqsa. Why? Because of family's disencouragement. They would say, "Oh, is it safe to go there? You know, you may be putting yourself into the red zone, danger to you. We worry about your safety." 4 times. The first intention, she cancel, perform umrah. The second one, also family said the same, cancel and perform umrah the other years. And only in the 4th year, she said, "I don't care whatever you want to say,
I go.
I'm going." Alone. And she was, require some stick to walk. And that's tough. My point here is, despite that intention, you see how thought like that about Jerusalem could spoil the intention of those who really have strong intention to go. So be careful of what we say to others who want to visit Al-Aqsa. Alright? And before I go, I have this, when the reason why I said no to my mother request, I'm inclined to the fatwa who say we are not supposed to go there to visit because this is under the occupation of Zionists. And this fatwa that say no, haram to visit, there are 4 major arguments on that. Number 1, by us visiting Al-Aqsa means we give the tacit approval of them having the authority. That's very logical argument. But I would refute this argument by saying that we don't go there to approve the authority. I'm not going to Israel, I'm going to Palestine. Alright? Because Palestine to us Muslim is an occupied territory. Okay? Then number 2, they would say, these people who argue about the haram to visit is, when Israel allow Muslims to come in, this group who comes in basically become the PR to the Israel. PR, public relation, public propaganda. Why? Because they would say, "Look, we don't block Muslim to come. You see, you still can come in." I would refute that also. Because the right PR is we should go because Al-Aqsa is empty. This is based on my own physical witness there. This third holy land does not deserve that. The South, at certain good time, is just like maybe in our mosque during Maghrib time. And that's the third holiest mosque for Muslims. During our generation, shame on us. Very, very. Right? And number 3, why these people who say no to visiting Al-Aqsa is the common reason we are supporting their economy. And that third answer, I would say, is argument of total ignorance. Because none to my studies, my observation, when I went there, I studied again after I come back, most of Muslim groups who visited Al-Aqsa would not stay in hotel other than Muslims' hotel. We would not buy from any Muslim shops. Right? Because over there, the discrimination is based on religious discrimination. This is worse than apartheid, worse than 1960s America. Because they judge you based on your look. Muslims look within certain profile. If you look like Arabs, I don't know whether Pakistani look or Turkish look like Sadir will be in trouble. But Alhamdulillah, Allah make me Malaysian. The guy over there, Malaysian, you are too small for us. Alhamdulillah, maybe that's blessing in disguise. So that's the third argument. And no, I brought some money we spent in US dollar over there. None of our cent, inshallah, go to the pocket of the Zionists, the Jews. We spend all our money to help the Palestinian brothers. Alright? That's how we can help them. Otherwise, their hotels would be empty. Why? These people, the Palestinian there, is doing a big favor to the Ummah. Because they are doing riba. You know riba? Maybe Dr. Sayyid can answer, right? This is like Muslims who stand within the territory, the border of Islam. They stand their presence there. And what do we do here to support them? Our visit gives them the spirit. Otherwise, they would feel very lonely. And I could feel that, I tell you. Each time after Salat, we shake hands with the Palestinians. The grip of their hands. The smile that they give to you. Despite we never know how much they have to endure the torturing, the discrimination. They still could smile to you because you are Muslim coming and support them. And that would remain in my memory. I didn't know what's the person's name. But each Palestinian that I shook hands with, I can feel that aura. That's deep hope within these brothers of us who would unspokenly say, thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting us here. And I pray that whoever go there, they would get the ajar of riba also. Because that's not small. Right? That's not small. We have the chance to do it within 3 days, then come back to Malaysia. That's not a problem. If you ask me again, would I go there again? Inshallah, I want to go there with my family members. Alright? This Israel, what they want to do to us? They want to create that psychological feeling that don't come to Al-Aqsa. Why they say they want to do that? Slowly but surely they want to take over Al-Aqsa place. They want to build Temple of Solomon. That's why when we want to go to Palestine, our group, we went through the King Hussein Bridge, or the Israel would say the Allen Bay border. So there are many checkpoints. From my observation, I would say if Malaysian immigration took care of Malaysian border like the Israelis did for the occupied land, our economy would be better. It's like, just, as a group to enter into this occupied land, it's like you want to board an aeroplane. Right? Your bus will be screened with few checkpoints. Maybe one checkpoint for certain thing, I see they check the tire, whatever, maybe inside the tire, whatever. Few points, like 2 or 3 checkpoints just for the bus while we are still in the bus. Alright? Then we have to get off the bus, go to the immigration center. In the immigration center, I would say about 4 to 5 checkpoints. You have to go the first counter, the person sit quite high, like you Jew, like that. That's the first encounter with the physical Jew in the occupied land. And then they would see your passport, and it was advised to us not to bring our luggage. We left the big bag, the big luggage in Jordan. I only carry my backpack for 3 days. We need to get ready because we don't want to create problems at the border. Right? So we just bring simple things, and then inside there, few times I don't know, they will ask you again your passport, put your bag again. You may heard stories where people will be taken from the group, put in the room. Alhamdulillah, that didn't happen to our group. Maybe when we visited, there are many Malaysians groups, too many Malaysians that they say, oh, this Malaysian just let them in, maybe wallahu alam. But that story is valid, but don't worry too much about that. They will never do anything on you. They will not even pinch you. They just let you stay there for maybe 2-3 hours. Ask later your mother, your parents' name, your grandfather's name, then let you join back the group. So They did not stamp our passport because we don't recognize them. But they give this slip. Okay? You need to keep the slip. Before you get out also you need to show that. And this is the printed one when you leave the